Hey friends, how are you today? Sorry I missed you the last day or so. I think I missed yesterday, maybe the day before. But anyway, it's Thursday. Hope you're having a great week so far. Hey, listen, I'm getting on a soapbox today, so I'm just gonna tell you that up front. I've been thinking a lot about our responsibilities as Christians, those things that we need to do. Those things that God has called us and commanded us to do, the work that Christ left for us to do. You know, Galatians chapter 6 and verse 9 says that let us not be weary in well-doing. He says, for in due season we will reap if we faint not. Right? So if we're fainting away, if we're weary, then we're not reaping in due season as we should. So why am I bringing that up? It's because there are times when I struggle wondering where everybody has gone. Right? All of those people that upon obeying the gospel come up out of that water excited, and for a time, maybe for a long time, we're on fire for God. But then over time have faded away. And I wonder where they've gone and why. Why did they fade away? This is the most important work that can be done. And those of us that are Christians are called to do this work. It seems as though the world has gotten in the way. Everything else has become more important. Even our worship is being questioned by folks, where it's being transformed in many places to not be the worshiping of God, but rather the worship of ourselves, because our discussions and our arguments and our bickerings and our fightings about our worship are about what will make it more entertaining and where I will get more out of it. When the fact of the matter is our worship is not about us, it's by us, and it's about God. But where's our energy? Yes, as individuals, but I'm talking about it as the church. Where is our energy to do God's work? With gladness, thinking about what Christ has done for us, the sacrifice that God was willing to make, to give the very best that he had for people like us who don't deserve it, who now, after we've fallen in love with Christ and then accepted him as our Savior, have been obedient to him by repenting and confessing and then being immersed, so that all those sins that separated us from God from the very beginning are washed away. What happened to us? You see, Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31 says that they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. All right? They'll mount up with wings like eagles. Bible says there that they will run and not be weary, and they will walk and not faint. Where are those people? Are we waiting on the Lord? I think in many ways our focus has changed so much. You know what we're waiting on? We're waiting on the next Facebook status. We're waiting on the next electronic gadget. We're waiting on the next Twitter post. And our lives become so centered around these things. And they become almost more important than our relationship with Jesus Christ. I want to say this with love. Friends, as Christians, we are in this world, but we're not of this world. The world needs to clearly see that we belong to God. And friends, we need to be more about Jesus Christ and less about everything else. Because if the church, if Christ isn't good enough for the church, then how in the world is he going to be good enough for the rest of the world? We have to exalt Christ, his name. We have to live our lives that show people our commitment to him every day. Nothing should get in our way of serving God and of worshiping our God. We are his. We need to remember who we are and whose we are. Let's not be weary, right? Let's wait upon the Lord. That's how we renew our strength. We're going to mount up with wings like eagles and change this world for God. If we're committed to do that, we will run and won't be weary. We will walk and we won't faint. But we need to be more about Jesus and less about everything else, so that the world can really see that light that we were called to be. I challenge you, I challenge me to be more about Jesus and less about me. I love you. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.